Hello and welcome to the Turpmeister's Obscure Films for this Halloween-o. Nobody else is doing it. Forget everybody else. They're doing like lists of horror films for Halloween. Nah, I never heard of it before. First here, right. Anyway, right. First up, this is just going to be like mini reviews and stuff like that. Some will be my own recommendations, and some, like this film, bang. Right. Let's just go. This is from 2007, I believe. Right, so it's been out quite a while, right? In the matter of 2 days, 3 people have recommended me to watch this film out of nowhere. I don't know if like, because like there's YouTube channels like Watch Culture and other ones that do like horror films. I don't know if it was like on one of the top 10s or something, but in 3 days. 2 days, 3 people recommended. Well, not recommended. Well, 2 people recommended. One person, my mate Tom, he told me to watch it because he heard it's scary. So straight away, I'm like, how diggity yeah, because I do like my horror films and I do like them scary. So I read a synopsis. Right, the synopsis is basically, long story short, it's about these tapes that this serial killer is making. So at first I was like, okay. So now I'll go into the review. Now you know what it's about. It's only 1 hour 20 minutes long. I'll tell you the good points and the bad points and my own perspective, because I did misjudge it. I might actually watch it again because it's not a very long film, and I'll tell you why I may watch it again in a bit. So it starts off. This is the annoying bit about it. Is like it's the FBI basically, and you got like the coroners, mortuary, and stuff like that. All people that are involved with a psychopath in serial killers, they get interviewed, right? So, and this is the main problem that I had with this film. Every 5 minutes it'll be like showing you the clip of the serial killer torturing or abducting and that, and then it'll just go back to somebody interviewing him, like the FBI profile and stuff, and they just big him up. I know it's a mockumentary, which is basically kind of like it's a documentary that's obviously not real. I don't know if they was doing it on purpose, as in a nice little, well, not nice, but a little, tap on the head to the cold case killers, the murder things on Netflix, cold case murders, True Detective, stuff like that, where they say where they do big up psychopaths and serial killers. So yeah, every 5 minutes though, it was we've never seen this before. This serial killer is like the best serial killer of all serial killers of all time. You'll know when you watch it, it gets quite annoying. And it's, the best way to describe this film is literally like watching 2 episodes of Cold Case Killers, like a special edition about one serial killer or something. I don't even know if that exists, but if it does, it's kind of like that basically. Yes, it shows this killer torturing people, killing them and stuff, blah de blah de blah, right? So my rating, this is before proper spoilers, my rating is a 6 out of 10, probably like a 5 out of 10, it would probably be a 6 out of 10 if I rewatch it. Now, boom, now I'll tell you why about rewatching. So, I go into this film thinking, swear word, scary, I'm down for this, right? And, so at first, obviously I read the synopsis, so I know it's about a serial killer, but they use the word satanic and rituals a few times, so I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be halfway through, something's going to happen, but no, it doesn't happen. It literally is just found footage films of the serial killer abducting and then getting into people's houses and stuff like that and killing them there, abducting the women and that. He does do really bad stuff to a child and stuff. You don't see, it's just all description from the mortuary and stuff like that. So from that point of view, if you're scared of that kind of, if you're uneased about I can't remember what they're called, forced entry kind of things and stuff like that, I could see why you could be scared of it, I suppose. To me, absolutely nothing. So first of all, like, you got to put it into my head, like, throughout this whole film, I'm waiting to be scared, because like 2 people have said this is like their best horror. Like, they scared the crap out of them, and obviously my mate Tom just recommended it. So like, I'm there like, okay, let's get scared kind of thing. And it's not. There's one scary element to me anyway. At the end, he captures a British woman, and like he crawls in a bit like the girl from The Grudge and like The Exorcist when she comes down the stairs like a crab walk for some reason. And like he's like a very theatrical serial killer. He wears the plague mask, if you know what that is. It's a mask, and it's got a really big, like a beak that the plague used in the Black Plague and that. That was a nice take, I suppose. Very, if I was a serial killer, he wouldn't exactly like, because it's just like, he doesn't just wear it at like his home. He actually wears it out to like people's house, like when he breaks in and abducts the people. And I'm like, it's not the very best practical thing, is it? A big ass beak, about like 12-inch beak. So that, like, it's just, to me, there's just no scary elements, if I'm honest. You know what? I don't get scared of this kind of stuff anyway. But if I was to get scared, if you're scared of this, like, if you watch like Cold Case Killers and Killer Kids and stuff like that on the Netflix and Amazon Prime, that would scare me more, just because of the fact that that's real life. This isn't. And like I know that one of my exes, well, I presume quite a bit of people can do that, as in like Paranormal Activity, for instance. The very first film me and my ex went to see, I laughed and she found it petrifying. It's just the fact that like the found footage just does not scare me, especially doesn't scare me when I know it's not real. Like, it just does not do anything for me. There's one film, I think 1 or 2 films that are scary just because they have my kind of weird. Rec 2, The Demon Kids, absolutely terrifying. Hate Demon Kids, you know that by now. And I just had it in my head. Shit on. Grave Encounters. Now that is probably something that I will put on one of my lists for the Halloween thing, because that is a damn good found footage film, where I say like they don't usually scare me, but this actually has full-on scare, full-on awesomeness. Like, usually found footage film, it's just always stuff like off camera and stuff like that. But no, I'm going into Grave Encounters, but watch Grave Encounters, is awesome for Halloween. Yeah, it just didn't do anything for me at all. That being said, the reason why I said I'd probably give it a 6 if I rewatched it, if I rewatch this film now, knowing that he's just solely about a serial killer and his development over the years through these tapes, I think I'd find it a lot more interesting. I will still find the parts with the interviews a pain in the ass. I swear, the film could be like 50 minutes long if it just cut out all the crap. Man, it's just like, when they do it in like the Netflix shows and that, they're saying it and it's just like, okay, obviously you got to take some bits of grain of salt with, even from, because it is all a theory. Nobody actually fully knows what's going on in somebody's head, especially psychopaths and serial killers, because they are masters at manipulation. How do I know? Nah. Right, yeah. So this is a 10-minute review rant. I thought it was only going to be like 3-4 minutes long. But, you know what? If you want a nice, like, I suppose, like a couch film, say your missus or something, and get a bit like creepy and like scary and stuff like that. Because like, I can understand that from the realistic version of it, as in like, yes, there has been and there will always be people, psychopaths and stuff like that do force entry. They do unspeakable things to women, and I'm not going to say like kind of stuff you know, but I'm not going to say on my YouTube channel. But that abduct kids and stuff, there's always going to be like that, and that's the realistic part of this film. But just like everything else about it, it was just a bit like okay. And like once you watch the first, like I'd say like half hour of the footage stuff that's in it, it's just also like you've seen it. You know, it's kind of like a similar thing happened to me when I wanted to watch Saw 1 all the way through because I love Saw 1, 2, and I just fucking nuts. Like, I just hated anything past that. But still went to the cinema to see more. But anyway, right, I just had it in my head that I wanted to watch Saw 1 to 8. And by about Saw 3, I was just like completely bored. Once you've seen people decapitated or tortured and stuff for like the 15th time in like a day, you know, it gets a bit repetitive. So that's kind of like what I'd say with this film, is where it is very repetitive. So, final score actually will be a 5.5 because I can't say over 6 because I haven't rewatched it yet. May say it in one of my future videos or something what my final rating is for it, but like I literally just got off the phone to Tom and like like literally like 75% of the way through this film I was like, Tom, this is shit. I wasn't gonna swear, but I was just like, this is shit. And it was like, I ain't gonna watch it then. And then once I finished it, I actually messaged him back saying, you know, I think I was a bit harsh on it. Like, I think, like, if you're into your crime films and, like, like detective investigation kind of films and stuff like that, if you're into, like, cold case killers on Netflix, I keep saying that, but if you know what I mean, like, when I say like, cold case, I'm talking about all of them, all the mystery stuff, like that American Killer Next Door, the one where he kills his wife and kids like a complete twat. I don't know what he did that for. He deserves the death penalty. Also, last spoiler in this, right? They think out of absolute nowhere that they've got the killer, and he is a cop. And then they try and humanise him a bit by like, interviewing his son and that. So like, at this point, you actually think that is the killer, and like I know. Like realistically that this is impossible because like literally they get him and within like a day or two they lethal injection and kills him, and then the day after it's like, oh yeah, it wasn't him, oopsies. It was so well, that's just completely bollocks. Anybody with a law degree in America, and I'm British, knows that that's impossible. Maybe if he killed like 400 women, but he's been charged for 4 murders on a woman, and he's given a death penalty in that sort of short of time. Why? Plus, it doesn't even explain it because then they find the videos like at the end, so they literally had nothing on this guy. That they just kill him for absolutely no reason. It was just a bit like, what the hell was the point in that? Like, you know that he's not going to be dead because it's like just over halfway through the film, and it's just so, well, you've just killed a cop for like no reason. You didn't investigate. You actually had no evidence against him, and you lethally injected him. I'm going on anyway. Right, 5.5 out of 10. If you like your criminal kind of stuff, watch it. It might be a good watch too. Yeah. If you're looking to get scared, it's not going to scare you. It may be scary, obviously, to like people that are scared of intrusions and stuff, like strangers and stuff. I get it, but to me, nah, it didn't do anything, unfortunately. Anyway, guys, Toadmaster signing off.